Coaches, hey, welcome. Hey, I'm so excited to be part of the Swish 21 Hudl conference. I'm really excited, really honored to be really talking about a great subject and so forth today. But before I get started, I want to introduce my assistant coach, Coach Shelby Young. Coach Shelby Young, welcome.
Hello, everyone. I'm so glad to be here and to be assisting Coach Furtado in this conference. I'm excited to hear what all the other coaches have to share, and we're ready to rock and roll.
That's great. And what we're going to do here is we have a presentation for you that we're going to kind of go through and so forth. And I hope you get one or two things from this topic. And we'll kind of give you a little bio of each one of us to kind of talk about our careers and so forth. But I'm excited to be part of the podcast. Actually, Hudl is going to be a major sponsor of my coaching clinic, Legends at the Grove, coming up Sunday. I got coaches from all over the country coming to it. So, go Hudl, man. I love Hudl Assist. I'm a big Hudl Assist guy. So I want to make sure that every coach in America should have Hudl in their pocket. So, but we're also excited to have Hudl Focus, right, Coach Young?
That is it. That's correct.
We're having it come to our gym. All right, coaches, we're going to kind of get right into the topic today. Is creating an identity in your program. And this one thing that, we really believe in here at our new school. Both of us have kind of started at a new school. Last year, we were at Lake Oconee Academy. And this year, we're at Walnut Grove High School in Loganville, Georgia. And we're just going to kind of share with you on the process of what we're trying to do here. We're trying to really create a great championship vision culture. We're trying to create a system. We're going to kind of give you some ideas on what you can do within your own program. Hopefully, we can add a few notes to your notepad that will really help you this year. First of all, here's some contact information. I have my own Championship Vision podcast, 255 podcasts and going strong. So my goal is with my podcast is to get to all 50 states of great coaches from all 50 states. It's one of my goals. So here's my basic contact information. And Coach, can you talk about, Coach Young, talk about the Facebook and Twitter page of our program?
Yes. If you go on Facebook, we are under the Walnut Grove High School girls basketball team. That is the name for our Facebook. If you go to Twitter and you type in the same thing, Walnut Grove girls basketball, we will pop up. You will see our two logos that we have here sharing on the screen. Please hit the follow button, share. And we will be putting out some information about our program.
Yes, and part of a big part of our program is identity. You'll kind of see that our kids know exactly what row the boat means, and they will see the logo all over our clothing, over everything. We feel like you got to have a good logo. So if you don't have a good logo, you need to get one. You have to represent. You got to show your kids that you are creating an identity of your program. All right, a little bit about me. I've been coaching. This is my 30th year of coaching. Started in 1990. I feel like I don't feel like I'm getting older. But I've been coaching a long time, and hopefully I've gained some wisdom over the years that I can share with you today. So just a brief cap of a little bit on my career. I'm not even going to talk about how many wins, because I think that's unimportant, but hopefully I have impacted other coaches and players that I have coached. If I have done that, then I've been of value to the profession. Coach Young, talk about your career, because I had the privilege of coaching Shelby Young at a school. And I always thought she'd be a great coach. But Coach, talk a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, Coach Furtado was my coach my senior year in high school at Georgia Military College. And I was definitely a star player the entire 4 years there. I was an all-state player, one of the leading rebounders. And this is my third year entering into coaching. I've been assistant coach for Furtado for these past 2 years. We were previously at Lake Oconee Academy. We had a successful tenure there. So now we're here at Walnut Grove, building an identity, building a culture, and we are here ready to get things started.
Absolutely. And we were very lucky last year, Coach. We started a program 5 years ago at Lake Oconee Academy. We were first season. We had 3 wins. And this past season, we were 25-1. We were 25-0, ranked number 1 in the state. Ended up losing in the Elite 8, which I'm not going to talk about right now. But we had just a great program that we built up from scratch, and very similar. I had a 5-year goal, 5-year plan on our goals for the program, and we really met many of our goals. So that's one thing that I really believe coaches should do, is put together a 5-year plan. What do you expect from your program in 5 years? All right, let's get right into it here. I'm not going to go over the achievements, but I guess if you coach long enough, you achieve certain things. But like I said, it's not the wins and the losses, it's the people you have impacted over the years and so forth. Here's a great picture of Coach Young and myself from last year holding the trophy. That was a lot of fun, a lot of hard work. And this great group of girls right here from LOA, what a great group of kids, right, Coach Young, that we coached out there at Lake Oconee Academy. All right, we're going to talk about our mission statement here in our program. Is we call it IOC, and that is to inspire our community and build better women through basketball. So we're using the game of basketball to build better people. And as you can see, we have our mantra is row the boat, and I'm sure you've heard it before by PJ Fleck from Minnesota. And we're going to talk about that in a second. But we have a mantra, row the boat, and also run and stun, which is how we play the game. Mm-hmm. So we think those together really create a great identity in our program. Coach Young, talk a little bit about the energy, sacrifice, and direction of row the boat culture.
All righty. So as you all know, our mantra is row the boat. And we have 3 parts of rowing the boat. The first one that we have is the boat itself. And when you row the boat, that basically is everyone is making a sacrifice. If you don't sacrifice anything, if you aren't giving anything to your team, then you pretty much have nothing. You have to think about others first. What can you sacrifice to better your team? And the second thing that we have is the oar, and the oar is the energy. Everyone should be rowing at the same pace. Everyone should be putting in the same amount of energy, which is 100% effort, 100% of the time. That way we can all get to, which is the third part, our compass, get to our direction, get to our goal. Everyone should be in the boat, sacrificing, going the same direction, giving the same amount of energy 100% of the time. And we definitely instill this in our girls from day one. And this is something that we teach continuously through practices, through text messages, in the weight room. We are rowing the boat 100% of the time, every single day. And we live and we stand by row the boat.
Absolutely. These are 2 of our freshman players, Coach, right here, Lily and AC. We got a great freshman class coming in, and they're learning our culture right from the beginning. And these are 2 really, really excellent attitudes, great leaders in our program. Matter of fact, AC today was working with us in the workouts today. Just 2 great kids, but we have so many great kids that are really part of this great culture that we're trying to build here. Yes. All right, let's continue on with the Lady Warrior culture. And you can see we carry that oar with us at all times. And the oar is, if you earn the oar in a practice, that means you are doing some great things for your teammates. Mm-hmm. And as you can see, some of our kids who have earned the oar in our practice, and we're constantly emphasizing our mantra and our cornerstones, which we're going to talk about in a second. So if you get a picture of the oar, you've done something in practice. So as you see the picture in the middle, That's a lunch that was provided by one of the local churches. We really believe that developing that community spirit where we try to go out to the community and connect with people so they feel like they're a big part of our culture and program. All right, core values. This is what we talk about every single day. As you can see on the bottom screen, picture of some of our kids from our youth camp that we had. Again, holding the oar. We're trying to create that identity. That oar means something. It's a never quit mindset. It's like you got to keep rowing the boat. When things are going bad, man, you got to keep the oars moving. Keep it in the water. Keep moving forward. And we constantly talk about that. And a lot of people say, oh man, it sounds kind of silly and so forth, but it really isn't. It's about never giving up. It's that mindset. And what we're going to talk about here is each day of the week, we kind of focus on a part of that mantra. So Coach Young, Mondays, we talk about energy. Tuesdays, we talk about sacrifice. Wednesdays, we talk about, your compass in the right direction, which surround yourself with people who want to go in that direction. And then coach, talk about communication and coachable spirit.
Communication is huge. You have to be able to talk to your teammates. You have to be able to talk to your coaches. As soon as you hit the floor, you should be communicating, whether that's you're talking on defense, whether that's telling your teammate good job, or even just nonverbal communication, giving high fives, giving fists, making sure that you're pointing at them if they give you a good pass. All of that is a part of communication. A quiet gym is a losing gym, and I am a firm believer in that. And then on Fridays, we talk about coachable spirit. You have to have a coachable spirit. I'm in my third year of coaching, and I still have a coachable spirit as an adult. So even you have to teach your players to make sure that they're able to be a sponge and absorb everything that is being taught to them, because as a coach, you're not going to steer them in the wrong direction. So you want to encourage them to be coachable, be able to take that constructive criticism, put it into action, and turn over a new leaf and get things rolling. So, yeah.
Yeah, and you can see on the picture to the right here is our court cart, and that has our logos. This is kind of a neat court cart. It's one of our sponsors for the clinic, but we constantly display the logo. We could constantly display our culture all over. It's on our practice gear. It's everything. So coaches who are listening, man, if you're going to come in and just focus on X's and O's, you're going to struggle. Culture comes first before anything else. All right, cornerstones. Number one, we compete. And that is every drill that we're doing, we are competing. We always have a winner and a loser. But not only that, like today, for example, coach, we're really talking about communication, right? All the girls had to really start talking, not just a few, they had to really be more vocal. Like you said, a championship gym is a loud gym. Yeah. All right. So you can compete in communication. All right. It doesn't have to be an actual drill. You can compete in giving high fives in a practice. Because coach, talk about how we start a practice in our high five circle.
Oh, definitely. Every time we come into the gym, right after we get done with stretches, we always come in, give each other's high fives, fist bump one another, and we have to pump each other up. That's a great way to start practice, to start the communication right before we get started, because if you don't start it from the beginning, it's really hard to creep up to that point. So as soon as you come into the gym, we have to go ahead and start that communication and break that barrier.
I love it. Let's get right into toughness on that. Tough players win. And we really believe in that. And it's not as much a physical side. We do, Coach Young is my conditioning coordinator. She's in the girls working them out in the weight room. But it's not just that. It's about, it's a next play. It's a next play mindset. You make a mistake, man, you got to keep moving. And that's hard with coaches. That's hard with players a lot of times, coaches, because most players will give up. You got to keep rowing the boat. You got to keep those oars in the water. You got to keep moving forward. I think the most underrated thing that we do is called mudita, which is being happy for someone else. Coach, what is that all about?
Mudita is basically putting your team first and being happy for your team, for your team and your teammates. I think that we coach high school basketball, and I think one thing that we struggle with is jealousy and, oh, she has more playing time than me, or whatever the case may be. And we really have to instill in our players to cheer for your teammates. If you're out with 4 fouls, we have to sit you out. That's okay. Cheer on your teammates on the bench, root for them, give them some constructive criticism, whatever the case may be, but you have to put your teammates first. Be happy for your teammates. If your teammate is getting 33s and you only got 5, be happy for your teammate, root for them. So that is mudita, putting your teammates first and being happy, genuinely happy for your teammates.
Yeah, we emphasize that all. These 3 cornerstones is what we emphasize all the time. That is our culture, and it's simple, but it's hard to execute. You have to fight for your culture every single day. You got to talk about it. You got to walk the walk at all times. All right, now we're going to talk about our system. As you can see, our system is run and stun. All right, so in doing this presentation, is your identity is your culture first, your system second. It can't be the other way around. I think a lot of coaches come in and say, all right, we're going to press and do all that kind of stuff, but I don't have kids that are working hard and so forth. Well, you got it backwards. So the culture comes first. All right. And our system is really simple. We're attack, attack, attack. And this is very similar to a lot of what we call system coaches. And that is, we are trying to get more shots than our opponent. And usually what we're looking for is 10 plus more shots. And these are our goals here. We want to get a total of 75 shots. We want to get 30 3-point shot attempts, 25 free throw attempts with a plus 10 shot differential. We want to force 25 turnovers. We want to get 20 deflections and take 2 or more charges. And the third part is probably the 2 key parts, Coach Young, is our rebounding. We want to get 43% of offensive rebound because we miss a lot of shots in this system. We take a lot of shots, but we also miss them. But we like to get offensive rebound putbacks or offensive rebounds, what we call paint to great, which is kick out 3-point shots. And then we have defensive rebounding percentage, which is 65%, and trying to keep the other team off the boards. And of course, we love Hudl. All our stats come from Hudl. So if you don't have Hudl assist, you better get it. Every program in America should have Hudl assist. So boom, that's the quick turnaround for these stats is very quick. So I just want to make sure Hudl gets a good promo because we love it. All right, run and stun system. We're going to run, shoot. We're going to run, shoot, rebound, and trap. That is our system. And you'll see on the video, which I'll show you in a second, hey, you better have a lot of players to do this. Now, last year, we had pretty much, Coach, 8 players, and we ran this system pretty effectively, didn't we?
That is correct.
Now, the 3-point play, we're looking for a 3-point, either a drive and a make and a foul. That's the old-fashioned 3. Or we're looking for a open kick out 3. We call that paint the great. So we want to get up in the paint to a great 3-point shot. Also, offensive rebound emphasis. We send 4 to 5 to the boards. We want to get some cheap baskets. And that's something that we have to really work on. Preferred shooters. Our best shooters are going to take the shot. So in the 2 and 3 spots, which I'll show you here in a second, we put our best shooters. Second chance threes. Coach, the second chance threes is getting an offensive rebound and then kicking it back out, right?
That is correct.
All right, now here's our formula again, which I talked about earlier. Okay, after every game, we look at this formula and see how we're doing. So that's kind of our evaluation on how well we're doing in the system. All right, I'm going to show you a little video here of the run and stun system, and it'll just be just a quick excerpt on kind of our style of play. Hopefully the eye test will show you a lot about how we play. the one thing you'll see, now this is coming into a new program, and you can see the effort already on our girls that we're always looking to run. There's a great kick out pass that Kizzy made right there. We're always looking to trap. Okay. And as soon as we get possession on the ball, we're looking to score, we're looking for a quick layup. All right. This is our half court trap we call buzz. All right. Again, the half court trap, same play. All right. So we're always looking, our defense comes first. So we're always looking to create turnovers off our defense. And what's interesting, Coach, is that's a 3-point shot, little kick out. That's called paint the great, little kick out threes. And we work on that a lot in our practices. Our players are in the passing lanes. All right. As you can see, we don't have any height. We don't have any like great speed athletes. We just have girls playing hard. And that's a big part of our system. We get layups or threes. And what's cool, that girl right there is one of our freshman players. We got 8 to 9 freshmen that are pretty good. So we're very lucky. All right. Coach, talk about that style of play really quick while I get the video back.
Gotcha. One thing I will say, like you said earlier, you have to have a lot of players to run this. We are running and stunning, trapping all day. As soon as the team comes in the door, we're trapping, we're pressuring, and we are on the attack every single time. And as you guys saw in the video that we just showed, especially with Buzz, our half court trap, that's definitely one of my favorites. It's really difficult for some of our opponents to get past that. You have to be active. You have to be on the attack 100% of the time. And that is how we play our defense.
Yeah, you can see this is part of our offensive system right here. And that is, here's some of our goals on offense. We're looking to get a transition shot within 4 to 7 seconds. We call it sprinting corners, race and space. We're sending our 2s and 3s to the corners within about 4 seconds. Get points off turnovers through our pressure defense. We call that zero transition time. As you saw in the video, we're constantly pressuring the ball because at our level, players will make a lot of mistakes if you pressure the ball. 3-point mentality, inside out, get fouled or shoot the open 3. And then we send forward to the board. Second chance points, all in for crash. So we're going to show you, actually go to the next phase here to kind of give you a little bit. This is our fast break offense we call corners. Really simple, because what we work on is that immediate zero transition time. As you can see, 4 hits 1, 2 and 3 go wide to the corners. All right. And we have a right corner and a left corner. The 5 is our rabbit and goes to the weak side box or right down the middle. And then we're looking for those first 3 passes. Coach Young, it's amazing when we really run how we can get that ball out quickly when the girls sprint for each other.
Yes, most of the time, our opponents, and what I've seen in most cases for high school girls basketball, most teams don't sprint back on defense like they should. Let's just be honest. And they don't expect for us to get down the floor as quick as we do. So we emphasize sprinting to the corner, sprinting to our spots, our 2s and 3s. You bust it down to the corner. My rabbit, which is my 5, you sprint all the way down to the rim, because 9 times out of 10, our opponent is not looking for our person running down the middle for our 5.
All right, what we're going to show you here really quick. Let me get it back.
Coach, cut the sound.
All right. Now, what we're going to show you here, this is 5 years it took to get to this point, but I want you to see our 2 guard, how she gets out to the corner. Now, she doesn't get the shot here, but look how quickly she gets to that corner spot, which is really vitally important to keep the defense spread here. Watch this. Okay. She creates that spacing, and then boom, look at the spacing here in the ball movement. And of course, that was a foul they didn't call. All right. And that's what we work on. Matter of fact, we work on that every day in practice, because kids sometimes think they're sprinting, and a lot of times they're not. Okay. I want to show you a little video here of what we call our rabbit run. All right.
And this is where our 5-man sprints, we would call it rim run. You can run from rim to rim, sprint from rim to rim. And a lot of times we're able to get easy, cheap shots just from our 5-man busting it down the court. And it's quite simple. Just sprint to your spots and you will find an open man. Your point guard will find the open man.
Okay, now watch it. This is one of the best. This is a big girl we had last year. Piper Bozart, 6'2". Look how she ran the floor on this. Now, sometimes she didn't run the floor like that, but that was, to me, that was a great rabbit run right there. And she ended up being just a great player for us. And you can play this style with a big, right, Coach?
Or small. It honestly really doesn't matter what size your player is. If they are getting down the floor, if they're quick enough to transition like that, to get down the floor, use them. Hit them right there down the middle and get a quick, cheap shot.
Yeah, and with our girls this year, you'll kind of see some more video of our players during the summer. Remember now, we're just taking over a program here. We're trying to create that identity like within a short period of time. And our girls did a great job. They love this style. They love the row the boat, getting on the boat, and they love playing the run and stun. Let's go to our stun defense now, because we feel like this is the ultimate separator.
Yes.
Now, what we're talking about here with stun is we're trying to take the best score out of the offense. All right. So we don't want their best scorer to score. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to force our opponent into using their weak hand, not just to dribble, but to make passes. An underlying analytic in basketball is weak hand passing. 99% of the players cannot make a weak hand pass. So if you force them to the left and you get them to try to deliver a kick out pass or a left hand pass, if they're right-handed, they will turn the ball over. So that's what we're trying to do. We force to the weak hand. So that's our big goal in our defensive system. And here's some of our goals also, as we call it know your nose, is no strong hand drives, hand on ball pressure. How many times do we work on HOB in practice, Coach?
Every day, chest to chest, every single day.
We're constantly yelling at them, get your hand on the ball. And those are key words in our program. All right. Secondly, no paint touches, no red zone. Okay. You got to stunt, scramble, or twist. And we'll talk about that in a second. We really believe in stunting in our defense. No rhythm threes, contest all shots. Coach, today we're working on contesting and checking, right?
Yes, that is correct. That is correct. Contest all shots, all shots.
No fouls and don't touch. So you can play aggressively, but if you're fouling, that's not good. So you have to play hard without touching. Don't touch. No second chance shots, hit, spin, and get. We're a multiple defensive team. So we're going to play man-to-man, which we call scramble. And what we're trying to do out of scramble is we're trying to rotate off the dribble. We're either going to trap you or we're going to jump switch you. That's how we help. We don't help and recover. So we're trying to create that action right from the beginning. And then the video I'm going to show you today is our 2-2-1 hot press, We press on makes and misses. And then we have our half court trap. We call Buzz 2-1-2 half court trap. Great press defense that I got from Mike DeVelvis, the creator of the Buzz. We also run a 2-3 matchup zone. And also we run a diamond press, which is an alternate press to our 2-2-1. We'll use it out of timeouts just to change the looks. Coach, how many times did we do that last year where we come out of a timeout and just change it to the diamond press?
A lot, because a lot of times the coach will call a timeout. And while they are planning for our hot press, we're coming back with our diamond just to kind of switch it up and, get them out of the loop a little bit.
Absolutely. And I don't believe that. I think some certain coaches are very complex in how they teach a game. We're not very complex. We're very simple, but it requires great effort. And we love the press. We love to create the action. As you can see here, we're trying to keep the ball out of the middle and force it into the alleys. And these are the key trap zones. However, you can see with the arrow here, we don't mind trapping way down here, Coach. So anywhere down the alley, and sometimes if the team's really bad, we'll trap them right up here and dare them to attack the press. Okay. All right. I'm going to show you a little bit of video. Before I do that, one of our keys to our press is we're going to match up and deny right from the beginning. So we're going to take your best guards and force the inbounder to throw it over the top. So as you can see right here, okay, we are matching up. X1, X2 is matching up. Okay, X4. Okay, all right. So we're kind of matching up here. So it's more of a matchup press than anything else. We make it look kind of like a man-to-man press. All right. So here I'm going to show you a little video here so you can kind of take a look at it. And Coach, you can kind of tell the listeners, that we thought it would take a little bit of time to get the press in, but our girls picked it up pretty quick.
No, they definitely picked it up very quick, very quick. Especially once they got in shape.
Yeah, this is from last year. And the reason why I'm showing you this is look where we finished with a trap here in the dead coffin corner. Okay. And I'm going to show it to you again so you can kind of see it. This is on a missed shot. Look how we immediately pick up the ball. We try to initiate a trap. It's a little bit sloppy, but we like to play kind of in a chaotic frame here. And look how we finish with a great trap in the corner. Mm-hmm. And that's off a missed shot. It's not pretty, but it's very effective. Okay, so we're trying to create that chaos. Okay?
Organized chaos.
Organized chaos. Absolutely. I'm going to show you here is our matchup theory. All right, and we have some really good guards in our program. Matter of fact, we were looking at our practice today. Basically, everybody's the same size. And Coach, we're pretty athletic. And we like to match up with the guards, really try to take their best guards out of the picture here. And I think this one's from last year as well. All right. Expand the screen here a little bit. All right. All right. We're playing against, matter of fact, this is Evans out of Augusta, Georgia. Our girls, they were a single A public school. And this right here, these girls right here are a 6A public school. Big difference. And they scheduled us thinking like they had a nice win, but we ended up beating them by like 35 on their home court. And we were supposed to play them again, but they didn't schedule us again. So, but look how we're matching up. We don't have anybody on the ball. So we're looking for people here to match up. All right. Watch how effective this is. See how they switch? See that switch right there, Coach? Mm-hmm. All right. Now it's ball pressure city now. Okay. All right. Now we're going to pressure the ball, force you into a trap. All right, now we're back in our man-to-man. Great help defense. All right, and that girl right there, Jada, is going to be a great player for a lot of those girls are returning. So we left some pretty good players. But what great kids! That was a fun team to coach, huh, Coach?
Yeah, it was most definitely.
All right. All right, kind of continue on here just a little bit. I'm going to show you kind of what we carried over into our program here. And you can kind of see in just a short, like 2 weeks, how these girls picked up the simplicity of our system. And what we're trying to do here is I look on trap and rotations is we're trying to keep the ball out of the middle circles.
Mm-hmm.
So we did not want the ball in the middle of the floor. So as you can see, we talk about circles, middle circles. You got to have the other forwards and guards rotating. Do not let the ball to the middle. Keep it in the alley. So I want you to watch this to see if we do that here. And you'll kind of see the whole system kind of in a way. You'll see obviously transition points. This is during the summer. And this is against a really good Banks County team that is perennially pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Look on the recovery ability. We're always looking to get steals off of recovery, Coach. So if we get beat, you got to sprint recover because that's where a lot of turnovers happen is in recovery. That was just a good pass and cut right there.
It was really good.
So look how we're right into it. See the hands? See the hands? We're always constantly pressuring the ball, trying to force that ball up the alley.
Oh, technology.
Exactly. Little slowdown right here, but but what we try to do, what we really try to do, here we go. All right. Again, this is kind of going back just a little bit, but that's okay. Is again, trying to get the ball inside the paint, trying to get a layup, get right into our press. Okay. Forcing wide, good hands. Okay, layup. And this is against a pretty good quality team.
Mm-hmm.
And this is with a lot of freshmen on our team. All right. And after a while, what happens in pressing schemes is the girls start figuring it out on their own. Look at the good middle coverage right there, Coach.
Right.
Good hands, back right into the press.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps to have a pretty good little sophomore guard right there come in. So I mean,
and I do just want to add, this team we just got this summer. This was over maybe 2 weeks, possibly 3 weeks of practice. So it's definitely not a difficult system to try and get into to teach your players. But if you do like something, don't think that it's going to take forever for you to put it in place. It's very simple, and I'm sure that your girls or girls or boys will be able to latch on quickly.
Yeah, and kids want to play the style. So we really believe that the style should be fun. You know, right? Kids, you know, they want to get up and down the court, but you have to really work on it. This is kind of an underrated thing that we do. It's a half court trap, 2-1-2. I'll kind of show you here. Our two guards are right here. And basically what they're doing is they're walling, kind of forcing the girl to kind of go up the middle. But their wall means like X2 here is between 2 and 1. So we're walling that. What we want her to do is throw a high lob pass. And then when that happens, you can kind of see we're walling that. 5 always is in the middle between the basket and the ball. Okay. So we're constantly doing that. And eventually girls start lobbing the ball, and that creates the open steals. So we really want to wall all passes. All right. And coach, what we usually do is we'll run this on any sideline possession. If we're on defense, we just go buzz, which is our 24 defense. See what we got here. All right.
Hopefully we can get a little action.
Yeah. Sometimes a video. All right. So this is from, I want to show you here. This is from my team last year. We run the same system this year. So you can kind of see we have a short little team. We have big girl in the middle. But see how our two guards here are already, we want to take, this is Athens Academy, who's always a good program. We want to take them out of their offense right from the beginning. And the girls are in the passing lanes. Okay. Actually, Destiny's in a pretty good spot. Probably could have been over here a little bit more, but watch how we play this possession. You can see it. Okay, we're trying to wall in right there. Now we wall back up top. See that? We could have had a trap there. All right. And now we're off to the races. Okay, even though she got in the paint, it was like a 1-on-5 move. So we kind of forced them out of their offense. So that's kind of our goal, is to kind of get them a little bit out of sync. Okay, coach, talk about the effectiveness of the top two guards in Buzz.
You definitely want to make sure that they are active, long, wide stance, hands up. You should really stand just like a wall. And they are the top two players. Those are the ones that set the tone for the defense. If you get them to do their job first, you're definitely going to have your wings pop up and be ready for a trap. So you got to have two guards that are athletic, active, ready to move, quick feet, and with good hands, because they set the tone for that defense.
Yes, and you can see in the corner spot here, we like to trap the corner with a 5 coming out, and then we drop down. Now what we do is X1 right here covers the paint, X4 covers the block, and what we do is X2 is aggressive, taking away that back pass right there, that reversal pass. So we want to trap them in the corner, trap them hard, force them to lob it. And usually if they lob it, that's where we get a lot of our
steal. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, really quick. I'm going to show you this video really quick. All right. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but you can kind of see a little bit of our defensive system here. Hopefully we'll show mostly the buzz. All right. You see how the offense, see how that creates the defense right here? This is a pretty good little shot right here. Okay. No, it's a little bit blurry. All right. See that? Now this is not as much our half court. That was our full court. And we got girls that really attack the ball well. And then here we go back into our 25. Watch the recovery. And of course, this freshman girl right here, Lily, goes coast to coast with the layup. And our girls are not afraid to shoot. So if they're open, they take shots. All right, good hands, deflection, steal, layup. All right, so we're constantly pressuring the ball, constantly.
And remember, we want 0 transition time. So anytime that we make a shot, make or miss, we're getting right into it. We don't give the opponent any time to transition and get their mind together. We want to cause havoc and chaos immediately as soon as they come into the gym, literally.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so that's our defensive system right there. In a nutshell, man, we're trying to create havoc. And that's why we call it the stun defense. So, all right, last thing we're going to talk about is hop shooting. Okay. We are a hop shooting team, and I'm going to show you just a few videos on how we teach it. Everything's off the hop. Okay. So you got to have your hands ready. You got to be in a low stance. When the ball's in the air, your feet are in the air. And when you land and touch the ground, boom, it's like a hot stove. You better get right up again with a quick jump. So I want you to show you some, first of all, I want you to show you it in action. This is a little 2-player shooting drill. And I think this is one of our recent videos, Coach. And our girls, when we first came here, Coach Young, our girls did not know how to do hop shooting. And we think it's a lot quicker than a 1-2 step. Yeah. And we train our kids on that. I want you to watch this.
Hopefully we won't have any technical problems.
All right. It looks like it's coming up here really quick, Coach. All right. This is Bella. She's a senior. All right. And everything is off the hop. Okay. And this is just a little 2-player drill. Okay. All right. And that's Mira. Okay. Right there was a 1-2 step, which wasn't that great right there. She's still working on that. Okay. Here's Coach Young coaching her up. All right. A little bit better. Okay. And we feel the hop is quicker. We feel the hop is a lot quicker on that. And right here, we're just working on technique. Now, in this drill, Mira was still kind of, so we're still trying to train them. So we're still early in the process here of training the kids, but she's gotten a lot better. Okay. Now, I also want to show you really quick this one. All right. And, video doesn't lie. We can talk about it all we want, but I want to show you a little technique here. Now I'm going to kind of talk you through it here. Now watch this. In this drill, watch how the rebounders are rebounding the ball, pivoting here, not traveling with it, grabbing everything with 2 hands. It's really a technique drill. And we're just focusing on just 2-foot hops. All right. And the girls are really working on rebounding, pivoting, holding the ball strong with 2 hands. And then right off the hop. All right. And Dorothy right there is just working off, just come right off the little hop, right into the shot. Right.
I definitely think it's much quicker, simply because your feet are already in position. A lot of the times kids do the 1-2 step and you have to literally take the time to get your feet and your hands in position to shoot the ball. But when you're working on the hop, your feet are already in position. All you literally have to do is go straight up into your shot. So that's why we teach the hop and we think that it's much quicker.
Yes, and a lot of the preparation has to be done way before. Hey, the last thing I want to show you on shooting is what we call a 32 drill. It's one of the best drills we do. And we actually, we do this in our workout today. It's a 3-player drill with 2 balls. They shoot for 30 seconds and the girls are constantly passing the ball out, contesting the shot. And it gives them, our goal in this, in 30 seconds, they want to get off 10 threes under contest. And then we have coaches right there coaching them up, hopping it. Notice how they're also working on contest and check. That was actually a foul. Okay. All right. She's working on shooting off the hop. Okay. And I want you to watch this segment. That's Bella right there who just did that. She's a senior. Watch our freshman kid that we're really coaching with. She's going to be a great little player. All right. Watch her good little footwork. Boom. All right. She actually made almost all the threes in this drill. I like to see her a little bit lower, coach, a little more prepared, but she's getting better. Look how quickly she's getting off that shot under duress. And if you're not having your kids shoot under contested shots, then you're not really helping them at all.
You want it as game-like as possible.
Game-like as possible, no doubt about that. All right. All right. Let me see. Let me stop it. Let me click this off really quick.
Mhm.
All right. That was fun right there, Coach. Hopefully we're gone. All right, that was great. Hey, we're talking about our culture, creating a positive. We did that in such a short period of time. Coaches, if you, I mean, it's proven that you can go into a program and within 2 to 3 weeks, if you have a culture first program, and then you can put in your system, then it can be done. So I really take whatever you can out of this, but you can do it, but you got to have a plan.
Indeed.
All right. Hey, if you need to get a hold of me, I have my contact information and so forth on this presentation, but I really appreciate Hudl. Thank you so much. I really, Coach and I really enjoyed being part of the Swish 21
Yes.
conference. We love it. Thank you all.
Bye.